往高处爬，水往低处流。
This is a well-known Chinese proverb that says a person should constantly strive to make improvement, evolve and grow. If you are currently thinking of upgrading to an executive condominium or what we fondly call EC, you are exactly doing the same, making improvement to the quality of your life and building up your wealth through property. I'm Lynn, real estate agent from Orange Tea and Thai. Let me share with you 8 things you need to know before you buy a new EC. In the EC, there is security guard service and facilities like the swimming pool, gym, barbecue pits, etc. for its residents, and owners are charged monthly maintenance fee for the upkeep and maintenance of the facilities. This sounds scary, but please do not let this deter you from your dreams of upgrading, because actually the maintenance fee is very affordable. How much maintenance fee you pay is determined by the share value or the size of your unit. The bigger units would of course have higher fee, but not to worry, it would not be so high that you will need to change your entire lifestyle after moving into an EC. The cost is in fact very similar to the HDB conservancy fee. Let me show you. For a 5-room HDB, the monthly service and conservancy fee is about $78 per month. If you own a car, the monthly season parking in a multi-story car park is $110 per month. Signing up membership with a private gym where access is unlimited will be about $80 per person per month, and for monthly season swim pass to public pools under the Active SG program costs $10 a month for an adult. In total, this adds up to about $278 per month. If your spouse also takes up the gym membership and both your kids the monthly season swim pass, you would have to pay about $378 every month. Now let us take a look at Park Greenwich, a new launch EC that is supposed to TOP in 2026. Maintenance fee for the biggest 3-bedroom unit of 1066 square feet is set at $288 per month, and for the 4 and 5-bedroom at $336 per month. For this, you get free access to the gym, swimming pool and other general facilities for your whole family and even your guests, plus free parking for your car. All the facilities are at your doorstep and there is no travelling time required. For a price that is very similar to what you are currently paying for service and conservancy, I think this is really a very good deal. It is definitely worth to upgrade. The additional buyer stamp duty, or ABSD, is a tax that is levied on top of the buyer stamp duty, or BSD, for all residential property purchases. ABSD is payable when you purchase a second property without disposing your first unit. However, if you are upgrading from a HDB to a new EC, there is no ABSD. This is definitely a big relief to buyers of new EC, as they do not need to fork out a huge chunk of money on top of the purchase price. When a buyer buys a second property without disposing the first, he needs to pay ABSD upfront. If he sells the first property within 6 months, he can apply for remission of the ABSD. The ABSD is usually quite substantial and definitely a burden for most buyers. On top of that, I think it can be quite stressful for some property owners because they have a deadline to sell their unit, and the deadline is 6 months. Other aspects like where to rent a suitable unit after selling, what will the rental prices be, and where to store my current furniture, etc. may deter some buyers from achieving their EC dream. But not to worry, for buyers upgrading from HDB to new EC, the good news is you can continue to live in your current HDB and do not need to sell until you get your keys to your new EC. This gives you ample time to plan the timeline, pack your stuff, and then sell your HDB. Isn't it great? You will definitely have a peace of mind and look forward to the moving instead of being all stressed out. When buying a new launch private condominium, buyers have to fill out the expression of interest form, or EOI, first, but they won't know the selling price until the booking day itself. On booking day, when the selling price is announced, buyers have to make a decision there and then, whether or not to buy. Unlike new launch private condominiums, the selling price of new EC is announced before the booking day. With this known information, there are actually no surprises, and buyers have sufficient time to work out their finances and decide whether or not to commit before the booking day itself. This takes away the guessing work and the element of uncertainty. As the EC is still under HDB, there will be a minimum occupancy period of 5 years where owners are not allowed to sell, rent out the whole unit, or buy another property. For room rentals, owners do not need to seek prior approval from HDB. When the 5-year minimum occupancy period is completed, owners of the EC are allowed to sell their units in the open market to Singaporeans or Singapore permanent residents. To build up their wealth, during this time, some EC owners will sell their units to cash out the profits and then right size to another property with future potential. The EC achieves its status as a full private condominium on its 10th year. Owners are then allowed to sell to any buyers, even foreigners. Originally, ECs were built to cater to the group of buyers whose income ceiling exceeded that of HDB flats, but yet private condominiums are too expensive for them. So, ECs are supposedly not meant to be a means of wealth accumulation. However, through the years, we have noticed that somehow prices of ECs have appreciated quite a bit, and owners are in fact making some handsome profits. Here are some examples. Here are 4 ECs where some owners made huge profits selling their units after MOP. The Vales is a 517 units project and located in Sengkang. In June this year, 1 unit was sold after 5 years and 3 months, and its owners actually made more than $500,000 of profits. There is no guarantee on how much prices will increase or how trends in the future property market is going to move. However, being the first people owning the units give the owners the first mover advantage. After MOP, when the owner has decided to sell, buyers will be buying directly from him and not from the developer anymore. The owner has full control in making his own decision on the selling price, and he doesn't need any approval from the developer either. The biggest difference between owning a HDB and an EC is the part on decoupling. Decoupling is the process where a property is owned by 2 owners and one co-owner transfers his or her share of the property to the other co-owner. This frees up the name of one co-owner, and he or she can then proceed to buy another property to build up their property wealth. If you buy an EC with a co-owner, after the 5-year MOP is fulfilled, you can decouple to free up one party's name so that a second property could be purchased. For HDB flats, decoupling is not allowed. There are quite a few conditions for buying an EC. Let me just list out the basic ones. First, you will need to form a family nucleus, either under the public scheme, fiancé scheme, orphans scheme, or joint singles scheme. Buyers must be at least 21 years old, and for the joint singles scheme, buyers are required to be minimum 35 years old. The household income of the buyers must not be more than $16,000 per month, and at least one buyer must be a Singapore citizen. However, under the joint single scheme, all buyers must be Singapore citizens. For more details on the conditions, please contact me at 9189-2211 so that I can explain further. Most of the new ECs that were launched in 2021 are fully sold. There are still units available at North Gaya in Yishun, and 2 or 3 new launches are coming up in Tengah Garden Walk, Bukit Batok, and Tampines. If you are seriously looking at upgrading, please do not miss these new EC launches. I'm Lynn from Orange Tea and Thai. I hope you like my video, and please subscribe to my channel. Do contact me at 9189-2211 so that I can assist you to build up your wealth through properties.